Where are we? Mr. Rafe. Do you know any Rafes?
I don't know any Rafes. I know Ralphs.
Yeah. Why is he Rafe?
Yeah, why is he Rafe?
Yeah, why is he Rafe?
Well, because it's Rafe Spall as well, isn't it?
No, it's Raffy.
It's not Raffy.
Hello, I am Sam.
And I'm Ian.
And we welcome you to the latest episode of One Credit After Another. Our first of 2026.
Yeah.
What a magnificent film year this is going to be.
Hopefully so.
We'll see. A show where we dive into the career of a filmmaker or actor and their latest project. I'm afraid that's me, darling. What's that from?
You tell me.
I'm asking you a question. What legendary Ralph Fiennes film is that quote from?
I'm going to say it's Voldemort.
Why would Voldemort say, I'm afraid that's me, darling?
Because you just asked me a question that I can't answer. So I thought
You're supposed to have a guess.
Titanic.
No, he's not in Titanic.
This is going well, this episode.
It's the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, there you go.
It's very famous.
Fantastic.
It's very famous.
What is it?
It's like if we do DiCaprio, it would be like, I'm the king of the world. Even though I've actually all done that already for James Cameron.
Well, fantastic.
Anyway, the legendary Ralph Fiennes. That's Rafe, not Ralph.
Rafe, as we found out, traditional spelling.
Yeah.
Just going to say it.
Okay. Ralph Fiennes is returning to the wasteland of England with 28 years later, The Bone Temple. The film is the sequel to the 2025 28 Years Later and the fourth instalment in the 28 Years horror film series. The film has a UK release on the 14th of January, and at the time of recording, we have no official reviews. However, the reaction to the film has led to the next film being greenlit, so I'm assuming this film will be very good,
Wow.
based on this information.
Okay.
Ian, what is your relationship to the 28 Years film series, and does Mr. Fiennes fit the series like a glove?
Relationship to 28 Years films. Really like the first one. Really hate the second one. Not seen this one.
You hate the second one?
I really like the beginning, but then the second one is just a bit of a.
Can I have a little bit of trivia. Well, it's not, something trivia. The director, I can't remember his name, but he's Spanish, and I always defended him for 28 Weeks Later because of the opening. Because it is amazing.
Yeah, great opening.
But it turned out Danny Boyle did it.
He did the beginning.
He did the beginning.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, the beginning is absolutely incredible. Opens up a really interesting narrative.
Yes.
Like kind of discussion.
You have so many questions
Brilliant.
regarding Robert Carlyle's character.
It also makes you feel absolutely horrible as a human being. Because
what would you do? Ian?
That's it, right?
What would you
everyone
do?
would sit there and go,
Would you abandon your betrothed?
Absolutely. Is that where you thought I was going to go? I'll be like, absolutely.
No. Just the brutality of your statement. But yes, there's obviously the first two films are quite close together. So you got 2002's 28 Days Later, 2007, 28 Weeks Later, and then 18 years later we have the new one.
Yeah.
But it is the original duo of Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, who came back for 20 years later.
Yep.
The film did very
20
well.
years later? 28 years later.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 20 years later. I was
No,
like,
20
what? I was like, that completely defeats the object of this naming.
There's going to be a lot of this in this podcast.
Okay.
We're going back 28. I mean, where the fuck is 28 months later?
Yeah, well, that's the most disappointing thing about the whole this whole series.
But Danny Boyle directed the film, the original, and Alex Garland wrote it, and he's obviously forged a fantastic career in his own right as a director and writer. And they collaborated for 28 years later, which did very well with the critics, a bit hit and miss with audience.
That was regional, though, wasn't it, essentially? It was basically people in the UK loved it, people in the US didn't really get it.
Yes. Well, there was a very iconic, I would say now, trailer for the film that included Boots, which is a very famous poem from World War One. That was actually recorded in World War One. And they used it in the trailer, and it became huge. So I think a lot of people expected it to be one thing. It turned out to be another.
Okay.
Because it's Danny Boyle, and he's a very strange, brilliant man. And I think Alex Garland, he is very good at incorporating current political issues into his films and stories. And I think it what's the word? it messed around with people's expectations. Put it this way. But this film, I think, could be 28 years later. The Bone Temple could be the film that everyone was expecting because, by the sounds of it, this film is very gory.
Okay.
And it's very Ralphie.
Okay.
Got lots of Ralph Fiennes in this one.
So that's the interesting thing, right? Was Ralph Fiennes in the first one?
He was.
Okay.
He has a supporting role towards the second half of the film.
Yeah. So
He plays a doctor.
well, so he has this. So I'm going based off of experience of Fiennes movies. The Fiennes movies.
The Fiennes movies.
The Fiennes movies. The Menu was extraordinary. He plays a really good kind of twisted character. He's got that edge.
He plays every man who's worked in retail after 30 years.
Yeah, I wonder if like Barry, is it Keegan? Barry Keegan. I wonder if he's got a lot of respect for Fiennes because I see a lot of Ralph Fiennes in Barry Keegan's work.
Yes, I don't think I've made that comparison before.
And so
but
I
yeah,
think
that makes
because of that,
sense.
well, it's only because I've recently watched a couple of his things, but there's a good parallel there where like there's something in the eyes or something going on behind the eyes that he goes from just normal to then quite unhinged, and it doesn't take much to do it. But he's a fantastic actor, which then plays into a world like 28 years where it's going to be really brutal, but he's probably going to be this nice guy, or not like a nice guy, but he plays bad guy really well, right?
I mean, some of the posters for this film has Ralph Fiennes kind of screaming while kneeled down in front of his bone temple.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's
He's that guy.
In 28 years later he plays a very he's like a legendary figure within the film. He's like this known doctor who's like basically a bit nuts, but he himself has a very like calming personality.
Okay.
But I will tell you the premise and a bit more information about 28 years later. The Bone Temple. It is directed by Nia DaCosta. So it is
the Marvels fame.
of the Marvels fame.
Weird.
And yeah, written again by Alex Garland, produced by Danny Boyle. And the premise is taking place after the events of the previous film. Spike, which is the little boy in the film, who's the main character of the first film, he is inducted into Sir Jimmy Crystal's gang of acrobatic killers in a post-apocalypse Britain, ravaged by the rage virus. Meanwhile, Dr. Ian Kelson, Ralph Fiennes' character, forms a new relationship with potentially world-changing consequences.
Okay.
So, yes, there are...
A lot of that is going right past me, though, because I've not seen the first
That's fair. Well, Jack O'Connell plays Sir Jimmy Crystal, who I think will be probably the takeaway from this film in terms of madness, because he has like a little cameo at the very end of the first film.
Okay.
Which was very, very divisive with people. I loved it because it was so batshit, but I can imagine...
As in Fiennes' character was...
No, Jack O'Connell's character at the very end. He has a cameo at the very end of the first film.
As in the dude from...
Sinners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought he was in the whole film.
No, just...
He was advertised to be in that film, though, right?
No, he's only at the end. Well, and kind of at the beginning, but
I thought he was advertised to be in it. I remember seeing an advertisement, or there was something about it. I was definitely promoted with him in it at some point. But anyway.
He has a very memorable appearance.
Okay.
Put it that way. But, the build-up is, as I say, has been very positive, because obviously they've now greenlit the conclusion to this specific trilogy that will very, very likely have Cillian Murphy in it.
Okay.
And because he plays Jim in the original film.
Will that work?
Well, I will find out. I'm seeing it this week, so I will let you know on our next recording what happens.
Okay.
But I'm very excited because I love films like these, and I love anything Danny Boyle related, and Ralph Fiennes I adore, which we'll go into obviously as the podcast goes on. I would. This might be a hot take earlier in the podcast, but his career is like stellar. I would say that he's probably one of the great British actors. Like since his film debut, he's almost had like 30 years of consistency.
Yeah.
That's like unmatched. But he's also very prolific, because obviously there's Daniel Day-Lewis who isn't, and also has had a stellar career. But Ralph Fiennes, I don't think he's done anything as brilliant as a performance as There Will Be Blood, but just for consistently great performances from Schindler's List to literally this year.
And well, yeah, I mean, even they've all been quite experimental as well.
Yeah.
He hasn't stuck to type.
No.
So he is a really interesting guy. Actually, one of the questions that I wrote down when I was thinking about this is, I think you're right. I think he's a really good, very high level British actor. I wonder if he's underrated.
Oh, I think. Well, it's really tricky because everyone knows he's brilliant.
Yeah. But in a way, he's not mentioned. I wonder if he's ever going to be mentioned in the same. I want him to be mentioned in the same breath as Daniel Day-Lewis, as potentially Anthony Hopkins, although Anthony Hopkins is, you could say Transformers might ruin that.
Oh, please.
But you see what I mean? There's going to be echelons of, in 50 years' time, for instance, people are still going to be talking in the same tone about those actors.
It is interesting.
I really hope that Ralph Fiennes is up there and he's not. He's not lost.
Yeah, because you've got to think, like Gary Oldman, I think they're quite similar in terms of talent. But Gary Oldman is like, everyone knows he's an iconic actor and performer, and he's been in so many big things.
Which is weird because also their careers have been comparable. Even down to Gary Oldman. Oh, he was in Batman. He was Fiennes was Voldemort.
Yeah,
like they've been in these huge blockbuster movies, but they've also been in small, really kind of niche things. And at the moment, like you just said, Gary Oldman's on TV essentially. Ralph Fiennes has done a straight to Netflix about his hometown. You know, he's done all those little.
Yeah,
they're doing this like huge, lovely range of things. But I just worry that not enough people know about Fiennes or is there, and that's why I'm pleased he's doing things like 28 Years. He's doing things like The Menu. He's doing things with other actors that people are getting interested in, and it's keeping him as part of the conversation. But I wonder, I don't know. I wonder if his films have got the staying power. Let's say to.
Well, we can discuss his backstory and his films now.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we'll dive into his career to date. So, born in Ipswich, Ralph Fiennes began his acting journey in London in 1983, where he was trained at RADA. Do you know much about RADA?
No,
I don't think we've ever mentioned it.
No.
So, RADA is essentially like the school for, like, if you want to become a classically trained actor, that's where you go. Okay. Oliver Reed, whose grandfather founded it, and there's so many examples of like famous people who like made their career there.
Okay.
I think even like Olivia Colman did, and people like that. I would be amazed if we don't mention RADA more in the future. So yes, Ralph Fiennes trained at RADA before embarking on a successful decade in the theatre, performing at both the Open Air Theatre in Regent's Park and the National Theatre, making his film debut in 1992's Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights.
A film that's also being remade in a few weeks' time.
Indeed. Fiennes shot to international stardom the following year in just his third film, portraying the Nazi commandant, Amon Goth, in Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List. The performance earned Fiennes his first Oscar nomination for supporting actor and established a career in Hollywood. Fiennes' career in the US blossomed with starring roles in Quiz Show, Strange Days, and the award-winning The English Patient, which saw Fiennes gain his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor. The end of the 90s, however, saw Fiennes star in The Avengers, based on the British spy TV show, which was a critical and financial disaster and the lowest moment of Fiennes' career to date. The early 2000s saw Fiennes work with acclaimed directors such as Ridley Scott and David Cronenberg. 2005 saw Fiennes take the role of his most widely known character, Lord Victor Quatermain in Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. No, of course we're talking about Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter film series. Films sandwiched in between his roles Voldemort include The Reader, In Bruges, and The Hurt Locker, all highly successful. After the final Potter film was released in 2011, Fiennes began directing films such as Coriolanus. I knew I was going to butcher that. You might have to...
Coriolanus.
There you go, you've said it for me. The Invisible Woman and The White Crow. The 2010s brought Fiennes further acclaim with The Grand Budapest Hotel, the James Bond films Skyfall and Spectre, and of course, Alfred Pennyworth in the Lego Batman movie. The 2010s momentum carried on into the 2020s, with Fiennes gaining rave reviews in The Dig, The Menu, and the highly successful Conclave, which earned Fiennes his latest Oscar nomination. Fiennes joins Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later in 2025 and gave a great supporting performance as Dr. Ian Kelson. the character appears to play a more prominent role in the highly anticipated 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Or as you keep thinking, The Boner Temple, don't you?
No, I genuinely think the Bone Temple is as good a porn name.
Okay.
The Bone Temple.
But, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, in terms of his filmography, did I do that?
No, that was me.
Oh,
I just wanted to do the gong after the Bone Temple. It's like we have our own sound thing.
Just reminds me of Abe's Odyssey every time you do that. But yeah, as we discussed earlier in the pod regarding his filmography and looking at his list, Ian, it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
What's your standouts in the list that you love?
I mean, you can't really deny Schindler's List. In Bruges, definitely. The Reader, amazing. James Bond series is pretty good.
Have you ever seen Spider?
No.
It's very good. So weird.
Have you seen A Bigger Splash? Terrible.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
You're not a fan of Dakota.
No, I'm not that bad. No, I'm not a massive fan, but she's not great.
Yeah. It's part of Luca Guadagnino's
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
That's one of the reasons why I watched it, but
Yeah.
Bigger Splash didn't work. It did not work for me at all.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. He's quite good in it though, isn't he?
Fines, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not bad at anything. Menu's interesting. I really liked. You mentioned it a second ago. The Dig. Dig was interesting. That came out during
COVID.
I had oddly, I got a press screening from Netflix for that.
Did you?
I was on the preview. I got a preview screen of it.
Cool. What's your favourite period of his career? Because as I say, he's got 30 plus years of starring roles. Do you like sort of Schindler's List era Fiennes, which kind of ends with The English Patient? Do you like his Voldemort era? Do you like his Older Man era, which I think he's doing amazingly with?
I think his current trend is the most interesting.
Okay.
Because he's having to pick and choose things which are interesting. Because for him to like the fact that he's getting things like 28 years later is really interesting, or at least the Bone Temple. But he's also doing things like Conclave, which no one thought would be a thing, but that massively kicked off online. Like, people loved that movie.
Great film.
Then, as I say, like he's done that really interesting thing where he's obviously done the massive blockbuster. He did Voldemort, but then he's come away from that and went, there's no way in hell I'm being typecast in that role. And so he's just done everything else. I really loved The Menu. I thought The Menu was fantastic cinema. Kingsman was a weird choice.
Kingsman was awful.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because out of all these films, this looks like, obviously there's Conclave, but before that, a lot of it was kind of supporting. And he did The Kingsman, which was a lead, and it was just such a bad film. Matthew Vaughn's career has plummeted.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll ever talk about him in a pod.
But it's interesting though, because he chooses to do these really kind of strange movies, but then he's always got this. He does like niche movies, but then he does a really, really good job at having a franchise behind him. So he goes off and does these random movies. He's still in Bond.
Yeah.
He's still going to turn up in every Bond, and that must have been the same thing during his Harry Potter era.
Yeah,
where it's like he's always going to be Voldemort, but then he's pissing around doing things like. I mean, it's after, but things like, obviously, Grand Budapest wasn't too far away from the wrap-up of Harry Potter.
Well, he did in Bruges between...
He was directing Coriolanus at that time as well. He turned up in Clash of the Titans. But then he's doing things like The Reader and The Hurt Locker and all stuff like that in Bruges. Can you imagine the double feature? Can you imagine of walking out of something like Order of the Phoenix and then walking into In Bruges and going, look, son, this is going to be the best double feature that you'll ever see of a guy playing two very different characters.
But what one is more iconic?
The In Bruges character, clearly.
Harry Waters.
Harry Waters is so funny. I would say there was an inaccessibility in his early career after he did Schindler's List, because then he did, like you said, The English Patient, and then he did the really contentious Constant Gardener. At least from an awards perspective. And I think at that stage, he made himself weirdly inaccessible because he was period serious drama as
Do you
an
mean
actor.
The English Patient?
No, he did The Constant Gardener as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
See, from what I've read up, the English Patient kind of did that to him, where it sort of put him in
like
a corner.
typecasting. No, but that's what I mean. Is like when you're looking at those three as a collective, there's an element of this guy's typecast in like really serious period drama. Like he's not going to break out of that anytime soon.
That's why he did the Avengers.
Yeah, well, that was probably the easiest paycheck. Not to be confused with the now Avengers that everybody knows.
Yes.
This is the 60s kind of Bond-esque. Yeah, great.
Right, should we move on to...
He did Made in Manhattan. Of course he did Made in Manhattan. That was a choice.
Well, I was going to include that. Should we now reflect and ask questions about his film and career?
Sorry, go back to that though. What's your favourite era?
My favourite era? Oh, God. Probably... I agree. I would say the last 5 years or so.
Yeah.
He's just so versatile.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these films. You've got The Menu, Conclave, and then 28 Years, and they're all completely different characters. Yeah. I've included The Return because this is essentially the Odyssey before the Odyssey. It's literally the exact same story, but just told by Ralph Fiennes playing a Dias.
I was going to say, is this Ralph Fiennes just going, Nolan, why did you not cast me? So I'm just going to go and produce this.
Why didn't he? Why is Matt Damon doing it? I like Matt Damon. He's too small to play a Dias. Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
You know the story?
No, literally, I'm
not know?
so far away from it all.
I am so fascinated by how... I was talking to my brother, and he has no idea about like Homer and like the Trojan. Yeah, because
I know the Trojan Horse stuff.
Well, the Odyssey is I think it's a Dias. I think so. He's a king, and he goes with the Greek army to Troy to destroy Troy because they took.
Is this why you know it? Because you literally just 5 minutes ago told me you just watched Troy. Is this you trying to fucking wax lyrical about something that you only know from a Brad Pitt movie?
Well, I actually played a Greek soldier in Troy Story in year 4.
Troy Story?
That's what it was called.
That's a brilliant name.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh my goodness. That has to happen. Story. You've missed a trick.
So So there's two stories. There's the Troy Story. That's
the best name ever. That's going to live with me for the next few days.
There's the Trojan War, which is about Paris took Helen to Troy from Sparta, and the Greek armies basically go there to seek revenge. And there's Achilles and Hector and all these iconic Zeus. And then after the sacking of Troy, which obviously involves the Trojan horse and those kind of things, it's all about a Dias returning home, which is what the Odyssey is. Oh. So that's what we're going to see in Christopher Nolan's film, and Ralph Fiennes played the same character in The Return, where he looked very buff.
Wow. So Ralph Fiennes has a really scary opportunity to completely and utterly embarrass Matt Damon here.
Yes.
Ignoring the Netflix movie that he's got coming out with Ben Affleck in a few days' time.
That no one
or
knows
the Odyssey is going to be the thing that he gets embarrassed about.
But no, Ralph Fiennes has never been in a Nolan film. What the fuck's going on?
No, that's weird. That's
What's going
weird
on
to
here?
me. I wouldn't surprise me if he's been offered. But then who would he have been in a Nolan movie? Who would he have been?
Batman.
He would have been Batman.
Right, I think we should move. My favourite era is the late, sort of the current Fiennes era.
Yeah, there's some really interesting stuff. Yeah.
Right, so reflection and questions on previous films and career. Empire Review, the best and worst of Ralph Fiennes' career. What are your guesses?
There are some stinkers in here. Surely it has to be Holmes and Watson. Surely, as in the worst.
So we have
in the worst.
We have two on the list that I have. Yeah. We have The Avengers.
That actually is one of the worst reviewed, is it?
That is 2 stars.
Oh,
Amazing's got 2.
Okay.
And then Holmes and Watson
has... Is that Uma Thurman as well, that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sean Connery.
Yeah.
And the second film is Holmes and Watson. Yeah. We've also 2 stars.
That is a bad movie, man.
I've not seen it.
That is a bad movie. How that has 2 stars. That is too many.
So, Empire best reviews... So 5 stars. What's she thinking?
I mean, if it's anything less than Schindler's List,
there's a few.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we've got Schindler's List
Yeah.
with 5 stars. We've got Quiz Show with 5 stars. We also have, and I'm very proud of this, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit,
Okay.
has 5 stars,
Amazing.
which is an amazing film.
Yep.
Gets better every time I watch it.
Okay.
It's got a toupee in it. And that is it. You will not, believe it or not,
It's the Reader not a 5-star movie.
no, Harry Potter, scathing reviews from Empire.
Really? What, every
On
one of
average,
them?
like 3 stars across the board, other than the last one. These are
2 stars.
These are the 4 stars. These are the Ray Fiennes films.
Yeah.
I didn't do any ones that he wasn't in.
Okay.
But that was interesting because I wonder what they would put now,
Yeah.
20 years down the line.
Probably the same.
Do you think?
I bet they'd stand by their review, yeah.
I don't know. They gave Attack of the Clones 5 stars.
Well, they'd love it.
They don't now. Career trends.
Oh,
The floor is yours.
the floor is mine. Do you know what? It's really hard to actually put any form of career trend down for him because he has done quite a lot of really random stuff.
Does being typecast count as like a career trend? Because he does often play the upper class gentleman in most of his films.
Yeah,
including
true.
Made in Manhattan.
But I mean, that was very much a 90s thing though, wasn't it? Because that was when the Brits were starting to take over a lot of cinema. So there is an expectation, shall we say, that he was always going to be that kind of toffee.
Yeah,
character.
he often plays the most intelligent person in the room.
Yeah, and he's good at it.
Very good. Even in Bruges, where he plays like a crazy... That's probably the only time I can think where he plays not an upper class person.
Yeah. I mean, along the similar lines, probably another thing, he plays unhinged really well. He does play unhinged and kind of like a really dark character. He can go to those kind of darker places, which I think is interesting. Whether or not you can call that a trend is
Villains?
One thing, but
I mean, he often plays villainous roles.
Villainous roles, yeah. And also, with not a lot of grey area. So, there's a lot of actors out there where you're kind of like, oh, he's a really good villain, but there's always greys. There's greys in the way he's acting and the way he's performing it. And with Fiennes, you don't. You just get villain. And I like that because he can commit to it really well. Shakespeare, he's very Shakespearean.
I've seen him.
Very classic.
I saw him in Macbeth.
Okay,
that was
that was one of the National Theatre ones, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was it was like a weird. They built like a theatre on like an industrial complex, and it wasn't like at like the classic theatre houses.
Yeah,
and it was very cool. I like sat down ready to watch it. And any time I go to anything like this, I always wonder, where's the toilet? Just in case I need to go during the play.
Of course.
And as I thought that, Ray Fiennes just walked in staring into my soul, playing Macbeth, because he was in character and it was happening. And I don't love Shakespeare. I think we've discussed this before when talking about Much Ado About Nothing. But when you're kind of like in it, it's a very different
There's
experience.
a feeling to a Shakespeare.
And he was very good. He's actually got a play coming out in June, which I might go and see. That's
another thing. He's very good at doing both.
Yes.
He does as much theatre as he does film.
He is definitely one of those actors. I suppose you could say this is like another career trend with a lot of British actors where their heart is in theatre, but their money is in Hollywood.
Yeah, but they're also like 100. Like he's also like it feeds his Hollywood.
Massively,
like his stage work is felt in the movies that he's in, and it betters it.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a lot of instances where movie actors go to theatre and it goes a little bit wrong. Unfortunately, those instances are more that way round than they are what we were just describing with Fiennes. But
I wonder what because he made his film debut around his 30th birthday. That's quite late.
That is late.
So I always wonder what kind of film, because I can imagine he was being offered a lot of film roles before that. And I always think what could have been his like film debut before. Because a lot of people think Schindler's List is his film debut, because obviously it's like his third film.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because Gary Oldman, he was a big theatre guy.
Yeah.
And then he played Sid Vicious in the mid-80s.
Well, I think one of the biggest examples is Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Huge theatre guy. Didn't make it until X-Men 1.
Kind of.
I mean, obviously, he'd been in weird stuff. He'd been in like David Schwimmer's Apt Pupil. He'd been in some real like kind of niche stuff. But like he didn't make it in Hollywood.
No, he wasn't like
until
internationally
later,
known until.
but very much known
Magneto.
for walking the boards, right? Like
Yeah.
or treading the boards, whatever the saying is. So it kind of feeds into that character. Not sure if it's a career trend again, but it is something that is apparent in everything that he does.
Yeah. Right. So.
I've got a question for you though, sir.
Oh, you do.
Do you think the actor's career lives up to Adam Sandler's?
Oh, I was going to say that to you. Right.
You can answer that one.
I don't. Right. We have to think really carefully about this.
Okay.
Could Ray Fiennes have played a dual role like Adam Sandler did in Jack and Jill?
Oh, I'm not sure. Whether or not he would be successful at it.
Like,
as
could
Adam
Ray
Sandler
Fiennes
was.
have played anything Adam Sandler has played?
I don't know.
Can he play? Can he play sports?
I might be able to knock a golf ball around a little bit.
Yeah.
No, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about would Ray Fiennes be able to do Uncut Gems? That's the real question here.
That's a question. Ooh. I'm going to say yes.
I think Ray Fiennes would have been one of the antagonists in that movie.
You couldn't have. It would have to have been set in London. It couldn't have been like. It would have to be like a change New York to London.
Yeah.
Change it from basketball to football or
Yeah.
tennis or whatever. But I think you could pull it off.
I think he would have been more the antagonist in a movie like that, though. He'd be the guy chasing him rather than...
Well, his performance as Harry Waters in Bruges is one of my favourite performances
But even things like The Menu and stuff like that, where he's even when he's a Voldemort, he's constantly chasing.
Yeah.
He's that
But he can play in Strange Days. He plays a very sort of eccentric-ish American who's like constantly having to like, what the fuck's going on in this scenario, and then goes So he can play that kind of manic character.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he could do Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
But the question is, can Adam Sandler play Voldemort? And I think that
could Adam Sandler do Schindler's List?
No.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
Most collaborated person. Now, I actually have no idea.
No. This is something for ChatGPT, isn't it?
No, don't do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
I mean, weirdly, is it Daniel Radcliffe?
Well, I mean, if you go down that route, then yes. But I mean,
What,
then
4
you've
films?
got the director. No, we got the director in that as well.
Yeah, but it's a different
Or
director.
did he do three?
Oh, no, he
films?
did 3. Oh, no, it was the
No,
same
he
director.
did a few. He
Yeah.
did a few, I think.
I can't remember his name.
The
though.
guy who picked up from the one that Pattinson died in.
Yes,
Goblet of Fire.
The
that
Goblet.
One. This is the same director from that one, right?
No.
When's the director?
No,
to
that's...
pick it up?
Oh, for God's sake, my brain. Very famous British director. No, the last 3 films, I think, are directed by the same person, but it's not Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
He directed 4 Weddings and a Funeral. The one who directed Goblet of Fire. Really famous. Can't remember his name.
Well, David Yates did the last.
David Yates, that's the guy.
So he did Order of the Phoenix. No, Order of the Phoenix. Is that not the one where? Is that not?
No, that's Goblet.
Okay.
Goblet. He died in Goblet.
Order of the Phoenix. Definitely Had Us Part 1. Definitely Had Us Part 2. And that is it. And apparently all the...
It was Mike. It was Mike Newell, by the way.
Okay. Okay, so he's got 3. So it could be Radcliffe is there. Others... Who else, do you reckon?
I think it's got to be a Potter person, because obviously that's like...
That just feels like such a cheat, though, doesn't it?
Well, it's just the reality of we've got to
Could
abide
it
by
be Mr. Gleeson?
No, we've got to abide by the credit.
We have to abide by the credit. Oh, that's so sad, isn't it?
I've cheated.
You've cheated.
I've cheated. I've done a you.
What do you mean you've done to me? Have you asked Google?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to butcher her name too. Juliette Binoche?
Juliette Binoche.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was in Wuthering Heights,
Yeah.
The English Patient, Chromophobia,
Okay.
and The Return.
Okay.
She plays, I'm assuming, she plays Penelope.
Oh, Juliette Binoche is a fantastic actor.
Fantastic. She's really good in English Patient.
And chocolat.
And there you go. That's the answer.
Okay. Okay.
you
Well,
go.
that's better then.
Yeah, I suppose it's better than Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. Not that I have anything against Daniel Radcliffe, but I just think
I fucking do.
Daniel. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, dreadful. Biggest box office success and flop according to IMDb.
Bond or Harry Potter?
Oh fuck! I didn't think of Bond. I don't. It's not Bond. But I'll tell you what. I'll double check now, just for.
Because I mean, he's been in the big uns. No Time to Die.
The answer is, I thought
Skyfall made over $1 billion. And then so did the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, it is the answer I thought.
Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter. Deathly Hallows Part 2 made $1.3 billion.
How much did Skyfall make then?
1.1.
Ooh,
so quite close.
That's interesting.
And the lowest grossing film of his career that I could find on IMDb.
It's going to be an absurd movie.
It's called Land of the Blind, which was a very, very controversial political film, I believe, with Donald Sutherland, and it made $15,000.
Wow.
And it came out in 2005-ish, so it's not like it was like some obscure thing from the early 90s. So, I think it must have got like one big release.
Okay.
Right, where are we next? If they were making a film... I'll say, yeah, we'll take it in turns.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If they were making a film about Ralph Fiennes, who would play him?
Your boy. Ringo Starr.
Oh, yes. Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great shout. I'd have said Daniel Day-Lewis.
Really?
He'd be a great version. He'd be a great Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like him.
Ralph.
Well, Ray Fiennes also had...
Barry Keoghan doesn't look like him, but there's
I can see something.
Really?
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh,
Ray Fiennes also has a nephew who played a young Tom Riddle in Harry Potter, so he could conceivably play him, but obviously that's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
No, I think Barry.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan.
I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. This is a good question. This is a great question.
Could the actor have done a better job than Tom Hardy in Locke?
Oh,
I'm going to say no.
No, definitely not. No, I mean, this is a joke question because there's no one that could do a better job. It would be very difficult to find anyone who could do a better job than Tom Hardy in Locke, right?
Well, that's
the whole point.
Question.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes could do a good job. In fact, he could do a very good job, but I don't think he could master that kind of roughness that Tom Hardy brings to this film.
Yeah.
Because you got to believe that he does concrete, and I don't really buy Ray Fiennes as somebody who does concrete.
It's just that idea that Locke is a flawed person. He's a really flawed human being.
But very specifically
ignore
flawed.
like the toughness of Fiennes' characters and stuff.
Like,
ignoring things like the dig and stuff because he can do.
Is it controversial that I think Russell Crowe would do a better job in this role than someone like Ray Fiennes? Is that a hot take?
Oh wow! Okay. Oh, I like that. I can't wait to have a Russell Crowe episode. We can ask this question.
But do you know what I mean? Like, that roughness.
Well, I think there's an element of but there's like human roughness to it.
But then
where it's like because he's an arsehole, right? Like
Cillian Murphy could do a really good job.
Well, I think that's the difference. Is it's like I feel like Ray Fiennes is like a guillotine, right? Whereas everybody else would just be like a slow poison. Like he's like a guillotine. He's just like, I'm a bad guy, and that's it.
Rafe of the guillotine.
Like, can he walk that line? I think he walks the line between, say, bad guy and unhinged bad guy really well. But can he do the whole human, like kind of loving grandfather that's just made a mistake kind of role? Oh, this could be quite difficult. It's just such a good question, actually. Yeah, but I think you're right. I don't think the Russell Crowe thing is absolutely, you've nailed that for me. That when we think about that for a couple of days now.
Okay.
He's an excellent. Wow. Okay.
Where are we? That's it. That's our final reflection and questions on Ray Fiennes' previous career.
Yeah. We
move on to final discussion on latest film. So our feelings towards it. You don't really have a great love for these films, from the sounds of it?
No, it's not that I have a great love. I'm just not wedded to them. Like I haven't ran. This has just come out. It's out now on Sky. Sky have released it. I think they had it on New Year's, so it's available. I can watch it. But I just don't really have an inkling to.
It's very.
I'd rather watch Josh O'Connor in La Chimera on Mubi than I would watch 28 years. It's that type of movie where I'm not running to it.
28. We've definitely discussed this before, but 28 Days Later is kind of, it's very experimental, but it's also very Danny Boyle.
Okay.
And it's kind of amazing that there's like loads of films connected to that first film because it's very low budget. It's very like recorded on like a bloody camcorder.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're releasing it in 4K this year. I mean, intrigued to know what it will look like.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, it will still look like it's filmed on a £20 camera.
Yes. So the fact that there is like a franchise is amazing. 28 years later is also very experimental, but in a very, very high budget way.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it kind of got lost in a lot of people's... not to insult people's intelligence. I think a lot of people wanted a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And that film was not it. It was kind of laying the foundations for what I think Bone Temple will follow into a bloodbath.
Okay.
Particularly based on the ending of the first film, of the... It's really hard to say. 28 years later.
Yeah.
Because that ended rather crazily.
Okay.
So I am very excited. I'm actually seeing it as a double bill.
Okay.
So I'm very excited for that. It's not particularly long. It's only about an hour and 50 minutes, this film, Bone Temple. So it's not going to be... I think it is going to be... I'm assuming they intended it like they do with like trilogies, that the first film is the first act and the second film is like the bloodbath's second crazy act.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited the third film has been greenlit.
Yeah.
Because I think
that's the trilogy, right?
We've had discussions where it's like, why would you make the first two and then hope that it will make the money to make the third? But we're going to have 3 films. So that will fuel my excitement for the film this week.
Okay.
That I know that there's going to be a conclusion.
Yeah. Studio? Who's making it?
It is Columbia Pictures, which is Sony. I believe 28 Years, the franchise, was bought by Sony a few years ago.
Okay.
I don't know who owned it previously. Was it Film 4? Was it just a Film 4
production?
production?
I think it was Film 4, yeah.
I wonder what Sony will do with this franchise.
Milk it for all it's worth.
Of course.
Well, saying that, Sony have got so much stuff in the fire at the moment, there is an argument that they need to have some critical stuff too, because it's part of their portfolio.
Yeah.
So even if this just washed its face, there's an argument that they don't need it. They've got a Zelda movie coming out in like 2 years' time. They've got the rights to the Mario movies, which is making them billions. They've got all the Spider-Man stuff, will make them billions. You need your tentpoles and your gold stars, like the 28 years sagas and stuff like that, to A, keep your directors happy, but B, to put on all your promotional campaigns,
Yeah. We've basically gone through cast, director and crew. Nia DaCosta.
Yeah, she's interesting. Marvel's was not great, like really not great.
I think anyone who was involved in Marvel's in that phase... I don't think you can judge really anybody. Like, is it Chloe Zhao?
Yeah, she's got a really interesting project coming up.
Well, Hamnet.
Yes.
Yeah. That's already been... That's like the runaway Oscar contender.
Yeah, because Jessie Buckley got the Golden Globe for it last night.
She did.
And she's like my favourite thing in Hollywood right now. Her and Florence Pugh.
Yes.
They're my favourite actresses at the moment going.
Yeah. But yeah, where were we?
Nia DaCosta.
Yeah, so I don't think you could... Chloe Zhao, she directed that crap Marvel film, The Eternals. She did. So
Chloe Zhao did The Eternals, yeah. But I mean, that's the Marvel stuff, which was weird.
Yeah, I think Nia DaCosta probably falls into that bracket.
So DaCosta could be really interesting because Candyman was good. Did you watch Candyman?
I've not seen Candyman.
Candyman was a really good horror. Well, it was an interesting take on the character. Had tense. It needed to be tense when it needed to be tense. It needed to be violent when it needed to be violent. And so that's probably what has led them to say something like Bone Temple, because it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Crossing the Line. I think that's the thing that has kind of made her famous.
Famous, yeah. Predicting the box office return. So the first film, I think, made about $130-ish million.
Okay, that's not bad.
So it made money. I'll be very interested in the money it makes because, again, the audience reception wasn't fantastic.
Yeah.
I do think it will make less money.
Yeah, so the sequels Diminishing returns.
But word of mouth plays a big part in these things. So
there's also normally a bounce back. So you sometimes find that your threequel will end up being your runaway money.
Yeah.
So you never know. It could be a really good first. Well, it could be a good first that was mismarketed. A second one which they might pick up with word of mouth if it is as violent as people want it to be. And then your third one will be your runaway success that brings back Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, I think.
It's got a good trajectory in theory. It's like a Nike tick.
I think it will make around 100 million.
Okay.
Ish.
It did huge in the UK, didn't it?
It did.
It made some decent bank.
Right. So there, Ray Fiennes' future.
Oh.
What are we saying? What other fields could Ray Fiennes work in?
Could you see him working in, before we go to other fields, you see him coming into Marvel?
Oh, what a question. Yes.
Okay.
I can really see him playing Professor X in the future.
Okay, weird. That is a weird casting.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think I'd probably see him closer to Magneto than I would do Professor X. I just don't see a good guy in him. I know it sounds weird. I just don't see that
He's played
character.
plenty of good guys. He's kind of a good guy in 28 years. Somewhat.
Okay.
In the world...
Acting in the grey.
In the world... Yeah. I think he'll be... I think he's going to fall into directing. He did a couple of
Oh, it's a great shout, yeah.
directing films in the 2010s. I think he will...
Did you see White Crow?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's quite good.
Yeah.
It's a Russian film about ballet, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think directing...
That's a movie right there.
Yeah. I think directing, I wouldn't be shocked if he ran some theatre productions in the future. But I can
he will retire a very happy life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like he'll retire into something that I can imagine gives him lots of joy.
Do you think he kind of suffers from the my brain, honestly. Who played Obi-Wan? Not Ewan McGregor.
Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness. Do you think he kind of suffers from the Alec Guinness thing, where it's like he's had such a brilliant career, but everyone's just going to know him for the big blockbuster Obi-Wan / Voldemort?
No, because I think that's fallen away. Because I think we will eventually get to a point with like the TV show, with the Harry Potter TV show coming out, which is, it's not like Star Wars, where they've continued. Ewan McGregor was the prequel of that character. They didn't recast Alec Guinness. He's always been Obi-Wan.
Yeah. He'll always be the old man Obi-Wan.
Whereas Harry Potter, you'll get a new iteration of it soon.
Okay.
Like you'll have the TV show, for instance, where there's a different Voldemort. So there'll be two Voldemorts that you compare it to.
That's fair.
And I wonder whether or not that will then dilute that. So in 50 years' time, for instance, when people look at Ralph Fiennes' career, you know, and he's done well enough to distance himself away from things like the marketing and stuff like that. Like, you know, he's doing enough diverse stuff. And I think he was lucky because he had stuff like Grand Budapest Hotel. And
we've barely talked about that.
I know, right? But like
Amazing.
that's what I mean. He had all of that after.
Yeah.
He's got 28 days. He's got the menu. He's got stuff that is in the cultural zeitgeist that also appeals to younger audiences and Harry Potter audiences that then help to dilute his name from that guy was Voldemort, right?
Yeah,
that's
fair.
And so I think that's a good thing. I think it's only a good thing.
Yeah. Grand Budapest Hotel. That might be my favourite character.
It's good fun.
Overall.
Such good fun.
So fun. Like when he's talking about what he's been doing in prison.
Yeah.
Lately, I beat the shit out of it. It's just the way he swears in that film.
The leather panache.
Yeah.
I love that.
And we haven't talked about the Coen. He's worked for the Coen brothers because he did What Did It Were So Simple.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah. How Caesar.
Unlikely collaborations. I suppose you've mentioned it with Marvel.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
think that'd be a weird one.
Using AI.
More likely to be an AI voice.
Oh.
Wouldn't he be a good Hal Jordan? Not Hal Jordan.
Well, that would be good.
I've just said Hal Jordan. That's a Green Lantern.
He could
Unless you want Green, he could be a Green Lantern.
He could be Green Lantern.
Yeah, but he could be a good Hal from 2001.
Oh, he really could. Oh, maybe you could play Hal in
Wouldn't
the inevitable.
Because I love Pierce Brosnan doing it in that Simpsons Simpsons
so good.
parody.
And Matthew Perry. Could they make a film? Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, could they make a film set in Tahiti or Yemen?
Yes.
Of course it is.
He did a film. Where is The English Patient set? Is that Northern Africa?
Yeah.
Where you can, yeah.
Yeah. The guy is like, he's made a film in Ipswich. That was the dig.
Yes.
So, you know, he can make a film anywhere. If you can make a film in Ipswich, you can make a film anywhere.
Well, there you go. That'll be the slogan. Right.
But I reckon one last question to finish it off, right? And this is, I think, is actually, I cannot believe we've not brought it up at all. Is he the derniest Dern? And what we mean by that is a family of filmmakers, including, I think, his parents were filmmakers?
No, his it's mostly his siblings. Like,
Okay.
so his sister is
Oh,
a
and
filmmaker.
his nephew as well, right?
And his nephew.
Yeah.
But his
So there's a
brother,
few-
Joseph.
This is what I was going to say. Is he the derniest Dern? Because Joseph Fiennes has seen incredible success too.
He has, but no.
He's never near as good as
No.
his brother.
I mean, he was in Shakespeare in Love. I'll give him that.
A controversial movie, should we say?
Slightly.
To say the least. But he was in Handmaid's Tale.
Look, I am not begrudging him.
Also a bad guy.
He's kind of like Luke Hemsworth to Liam. It's not begrudging Luke. I'm just saying he was never for.
I think he's more Luke Hemsworth to Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, I got them the wrong way around.
No, you've said the right Luke Hemsworth. He's like the no guy. He's like the third Hemsworth.
Oh,
he's Westworld.
Do you know what?
He's done nothing
do you know what?
else.
Weirdly, in my brain, I didn't even think about Luke Hemsworth, but it came out.
That was impressive.
That was weird.
I'm more impressed that you said Luke Hemsworth. I'm surprised you even knew who Luke Hemsworth was.
Yeah, I meant Liam to Chris. That's what I actually meant to say.
No,
Yeah.
it's more Luke to Chris. No.
Is Liam Hemsworth doing well as your boy in The Witcher?
My boy... No. That was the worst casting decision ever. Like, they should have paid ludicrous amounts of money to Cavill. They should have said, you do whatever you want because you are the best thing in this, apart from potentially Yaskia.
Yeah, but Cavill thought he was going to be Batman again. Not Batman, Superman again. That would be funny if he's the new Batman.
Is that a rumour?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, that would be funny.
Right.
I'd prefer to see him as Wolverine.
I think... Oh, no.
What was it? What does he call him in Deadpool?
The Calvary. The Finerine.
Oh, that's a shit movie, isn't it?
Finerine.
The Finerine.
Yeah. The Raferine.
He feels like he's going to be a hairy chap.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But that's it. No, I believe that Rafe is the derniest Dern of this week's derniest Dern. But that is it. That is the episode.
The only question that we have to explain exactly what we mean every single time we say it.
Well, it's self-explanatory, really.
Bruce
Dern is a man, an iconic man.
And Laura Dern is an iconic lady.
She is. And that is it. That is the end of this week's episode of One Credit After Another for Ralph Fiennes and 28 years later, The Bone Temple. We want to hear your opinions on the career of Ralph Fiennes. What would you rank as his career highlights? Goodbye, and we will see you soon. Bye.